I'm muted. Haha. There we go. So, I was saying, let me go get my what's this thing called? My phone, my tripod here, so I can go live on TikTok. I will probably still do a couple of TikToks um, while I am on break because I'm pretty sure my kids aren't going to be bothered with me because MJ gets out of school tomorrow. Tomorrow's their last day. Christmas is Sunday. So it's like right at Christmas. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to be bothered with me anyway. So I'll probably take my tripod and, be doing some TikToks on my 2-week break. But y'all, this is the last last Wednesday live video. Well, I'll probably do live. I'll go live again later today. But it's my last, technically like one of the last ones for 2022 because I go on a break for 2 weeks. I mean, I'll be on and of course answering stuff because I can't stay my hand off of social media. But as far as like Q&A type stuff and doing like full on Q&A type videos or demos, this is it. Like one of the last ones. Anything after that will just be me kind of like responding back via messages. Of course, HS Sync will still be open and you'll be able to still order stuff. We'll still ship stuff out. But I'm just taking a break from teaching. Allows me to also get my mind together, get my mind right. Okay. So enjoy your holidays. We'll miss you. I'll be on TikTok. Don't tell my kids though. Oh, you're almost to me. Awesome. Okay. I am here to give you your order. So yes, if you're in the South Florida area, you can do a local pickup. You come to, if it's, so like the day that we pack them and get them ready, if you hear before 4:00, you can pick it up same day. I mean, we can pick it up in the office. If not, then you pick it up at the UPS store, which is where our local pickup was previously. And they're open until 6:30. And then it's like, if you're coming if you don't come the same day, you have to go there. We were trying to make it to where, you can pick it up here because you don't have to wait in lines. You go to UPS store right now, everyone's shipping. So you may end up having to wait like a long time to wait in the line to pick up your package. So if you're able to get to us when you place your order before 4 p.m., you get to pick it up without having to wait and you get to meet your girl. So yeah. Exactly. Mama got to have fun too. So yeah, when I go live on that, like for me, Facebook and YouTube really is work, even though I kind of have, personal conversations and stuff like that. Facebook, YouTube, and classes, that's work. TikTok for me is a little bit more fun. I like to go and I like to just watch regular TikToks and just kind of be on other people's live. So it's still like, I'm still a person, like I'm still regular. So I'm going to still kind of go and hang out on TikTok and just be Shakeya for 2 weeks instead of Shakeya the professor. So yay. All right. So hello. Welcome everyone. Incredible afternoon. Incredible afternoon and happy holidays from Miami. Hello, fellow Floridian. Hey, neighbor. Like I said, just a Q&A, little chit chat. We are, we're able to talk about, any questions that you guys have. I enjoy doing these. It helps you guys in real time with questions that you have, things that you are struggling with, pain points, just want some advice on things. This is what I'm here for. I love these moments. So the floor is yours. I'll do my little intro. Waiting for my sister to get here. Even went to go pick up my sister from the airport. So we'll probably, whenever she goes to get my niece, we'll be doing gingerbread houses. So I'm excited about that. I stopped my essentials. So, speaking of which I also need to send that out at 6:00. It was my fault. I had to do a service program for a good friend of mine because her dad passed. And I've been so doing that whole thing. I forgot to put it out either yesterday or even the day before that we have the refresher tonight for Essentials to Silhouette Studio. So I just put it I just scheduled the Zoom. So if you go into Essentials, like on your dashboard, you're going to see that there. But I'm also going to send out an email. I'm probably going to do it while I'm on with y'all and be sending out this email. We're going to have a little refresher. So if you have any questions, needed clarification about anything, if you wanted to just kind of someone picks a lesson and want to practice it on the live video, we'll be live on Zoom starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. So even if you just sign up for Essentials today, you can still attend that live Zoom session, and kind of hear what others are saying and stuff, and then be able to go back into the full 30 days and whatnot. So definitely go check out your dashboard. It was just posted. It is for tonight. It is the refresher. Okay. Which I probably need to go on here like right now, and send that out. I'm actually going to send it directly from, what's this thing called? Directly from the Academy site. So I go into the course and, I think that's her coming to pick up her paper. Don't block the driveway though, because if Eden comes home, you're blocking the driveway. You can back up on that side if you're watching me. All right, hold on, y'all. Let me go grab this real quick. Go ahead and start to post your questions, and I'll be right back. Right back. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, you are still watching. Hold on, y'all. Hi. Everyone always comes when I'm live, so I can't even give y'all like the tour. My junkie inventory room, but yeah. And then of course my office. That's what it looks like. That's always crazy. But y'all just see one little piece. Yeah. That's so wow. That's dope. That's exploration. And that's what it was more that one was for me. I really be able to do videos and stuff outside the house, and they were with me, so I needed a full house and just doing all this celebration. And we did classes at our house. And she said that because she had to leave, she was kind of built to go anyway. So hey, it worked out. someone picked it up. I gave her a quick little tour. People keep coming here. Every time someone comes to pick something up, I'm usually live. So it's like, oh, okay, well, here's a quick tour. Don't tell nobody about how my office really looks, because y'all just get to see like this little piece right here. So don't ever tell people how my office looks, because it's always a mess.com and a half. Okay, so I'm interested in starting this business, but don't know where to start. What do you suggest? So you got to tell me exactly what business you're referring to, because is it that you want to start a t-shirt business? Do you want to start making customs as far as sublimation? Do you want to make custom shirts, or do you want to start the business as far as teaching, being an influencer? So because I do a lot of different things, you got to kind of be a little bit more specific on which area we're talking about. Okay. So let's see. Hi, Professor. What type of paper do you recommend for church programs? It really depends if they're wanting like glossy, if they're wanting matte. Are you using an inkjet printer? Are you using a laser printer? Like when I'm doing like service programs and stuff like that, like this is not necessarily their card stock. This is more of a cover stock, and it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different feel than like as far as like it being shiny. And these are done with more of a toner printer, a laser printer. So it just really depends on the look that you're going for and which printer you have. If it's just an inkjet, I really do like Koala's paper, both the matte paper and the photo glossy. So they have a card stock and they have a photo paper, so a little bit different. Professor, where do I find how to set up a 7310 on your website? Thank you so much. It is the exact same setup. I don't have one where I've done a 7310. It's going to be the exact same setup as the 7820, 7840 printers that I have done on my YouTube channel. So it's not necessarily on our website, but on our YouTube channel, you will find those videos. Same exact setup, starting with your Epson cartridges, filling your refillables, putting, then doing ink cartridge replacement, putting them in. The only thing that's going to be a little bit different is the screen, because you don't have a full LCD like the big screen, and so the settings are a little bit different. But as far as what you do and the steps, all the same as my 7820 and 7840 videos. Hey, Joy. Happy holidays. In Ohio, in the snow, very cold weather for Christmas. Change plans, will not be going out after Thursday. If we can just get a little bit of, we're supposed to get a little bit of chill here for Christmas. Hasn't been a chill on Christmas in a while here. So we'll just get a little bit of a chill. So we'll see. So yeah, inkjet papers that I really use now. I can't say I've done like a church program like from my inkjet, but I've done service programs like my aunt's home. I printed in-house, and I just, at that time, they hadn't lost their mind yet. And I was using, I used Hammermill, and also used Navigator Platinum, which is like a cardstock. But more so lately, I have been using Koala. I really like Koala's cardstock as well as their photo paper, matte paper, and glossy paper. Okay, so shirts and sublimation. If you're wanting to start this as a business, if you have not started it, just starting it, right? Just getting into it. That's going to always be my first suggestion, is don't go into it immediately thinking about business, because you won't really give yourself the space to learn what it is and how it works. I got into all of this as, as far as like the custom things and whether it was events and stuff, just doing it for myself, doing it for family, doing it where I wasn't getting not one red cent from it. And learning things here and there. And once I got comfortable with what I was doing, how I was going to do it, if issues arose, I wasn't like frantic and like frazzled about it. That's when it became more of a business for me. But I just tested the waters with no expectations of financial gain, because I think had I gone into it like just wanting it to be a business and I wasn't getting the clientele, if I was getting the pushback on prices like right out the gate, I really would have been discouraged and would have been like, look, F this stuff, throw all this stuff out the window. I don't want to deal with any of these machines had I had that pressure of business. So for me, I literally went into it just wanting to learn about the process to see if I even liked it, I enjoyed it, if I could do it. Yes, it is a financial investment that you potentially may not receive a return on, but it took that stress away from going into it like immediately as a business. So, getting the equipment, there's, whether it's for business or it's for personal, you really have to get, the equipment or you have to have the right supplies. If you don't want to invest in a printer right away, some people will go and say, oh, well, it's cheaper to get your own printer versus buying prints. But if it's something that you find that you just don't like the color difference, right? You don't like, the fact that you have to use polyester, because people go into it not realizing the limitations of sublimation. So if starting is like, man, okay, I'm doing this, I'm getting these prints, but everyone's asking for color shirts. They want cotton shirts. You've invested all this money into sublimation and you've gotten the printer, you've gotten paper, you've gotten all these things, and that's not what your core audience wants. It can be very difficult. And, it's like, I say difficult, but it can be hard to like trust. And look, hey, he literally pulled up like 2 seconds later. That's what I said. I knew that he would be coming back soon. So she hasn't even pulled off. Like, I'm pretty sure you're still watching. Hasn't been too long since she pulled off. And who pulls into the driveway? Even. So I was like, don't block the driveway because he might be coming back real soon. But what was I saying? But yeah, some people will say, oh, just get all the stuff. It's like, that's a lot. Like, the printers aren't cheap. And if you want to do like a larger print, that's not cheap at all. So if you know someone that's doing, if you're in groups, or if you would like, right now it's not on the site for you guys to submit them, but a lot of people submit to us and we print it out and we ship it to them. You can always reach out to us if you want to be able to get prints, and then, you can just focus on the blanks. You can focus on the shirts and the polyester to just be able to test things out. That will be my recommendation of, the best place to start at. Also, if you are somebody that wants to go into it with all of the knowledge possible, I am very, very detailed. I have detail syndrome. And my beginners to sublimation, when I tell you, it breaks down everything as far as while your colors are off with them. I break down the inks. I break down the programs, the type of images you can use when you're designing, like the differences in that. Like, I literally break down everything in this class. It is an investment. My classes aren't too crazy, but for some, it is an investment, and you may not actually go and actually physically print yourself. But I break down things like understanding your heat presses, and when you're choosing a heat press. So if you're going to go into it for business, why would you not, you're going into it for business, why would we not want to get like the best heat press? So I break down all that. I didn't go and just, I've done like kind of like the single classes, but that last one that I did where it was 6 days, like we spent a day like on each major topic for like getting into sublimation, so that you're going into it without blinders on. It is better to spend, what was that one, $60 some or whatever for that 6-day training versus a printer that is $200. Then you have to buy paper and you have to buy ink. And then if you're wasting a lot of it, I'm telling you that sublimation seminar is well worth the money. Do you offer mentorships and coaching? I just don't want to have to figure it out myself. So I do group. You can always book. I have several people. Oh, someone just actually asked me about booking a one-on-one session before I go on break. So you can always book a one-on-one session with me, but the group classes really is where it's at. And even watching the playbacks of it, and you get access to my student union. So you're never left on your own. You can always ask as many questions as you need. Let's see. I want to start using your ink, but I was waiting to use all of the current brand that I have. My black is almost depleted. Would it be okay to mix? Oh, look, I'll tell anybody. You don't even have to wait until it's almost gone. Blacks are ones to where mix our black with whatever black you have. All it's going to do is just take it up a notch, especially if your black is kind of brownish. Mix our black in there. It's going to do this whole thing. But black is a color where you can always mix that. It can only make your blacks better. Now, the other colors, okay, they're way off. Like, let's say your yellow originally was like super, super bright yellow. And then, you have one that's a different color. It can affect the color a little bit. But for blacks, baby, pour it up, put that thing in there. Ooh, excuse me. Lather Me Works. Hello, beautiful queens and kings and multimillionaires. Hello. I'm here for it. Claim it. Multimillionaires, not just a single million. We talking multimillions. I receive it. I sure do. I appreciate it and I receive it. Wait, I didn't see my child. Is he with his auntie? Because I did not see my child with my husband. Any other questions? Oh, I actually forgot to share this out. Actually, I forgot to go to YouTube, not YouTube, Facebook, and do an @everyone because it's the last. I don't know if I want to do it now, if I want to do it later. Because I plan to go live a little bit later too, maybe. I'm gonna do @everyone just in case I don't go live later on. All right, so let's go @everyone. @everyone in my group. It is the last live. All right, so that one is done. Hey, how art thou? Ooh, so I'm scrolling. So since y'all are asking questions, I happen to be scrolling, and one of the groups I'm always in, there's a question. I just brought an Epson printer to do sublimation. Well, they said something else. What's the best website to go to get images? There is no such thing. Like, there really is no such thing as like the best site to get images from, because you're gonna everyone has different taste and all artists design differently. You just want to be able to look for certain websites are great for elements. Like, I like PNG Tree. I'm not going there for full on completed designs that are ready to print and press. I go on there and I'm looking for elements that I can mix and match via Silhouette Studio or Illustrator or Photoshop or Cricut Design Space or Corel Draw, Affinity, PixArt, Canva even. Canva is a site that's going to have a lot of like built-in elements, and you are building it yourself and pulling things in. And then you're going to have places like Etsy where someone has created a design that can be just printed and pressed, or because you're talking about sublimation, we're going to keep it to that. It can be printed and pressed. Design Bundles has the same thing. Creative Fabrica, tomato. They have designs that are ready to print and press, but they also are going to have elements that you bring in and you mix and match to create your own design. Hungry JPEG, is it Mushka Designs? I think it's like the name of that one. Like, there's so many places. There is no one place to go and find it. There are some people who have either created their own or they've just conveniently gotten like a lot of other designs that they've collected over the years, and they put them into a file and they sell that file, or like that, hard drive access, because they've compiled a bunch of different things over the years. And some people will pay for that. Like, hey, you've done all the work, you've looked for some great designs, maybe they've been great sellers for you. And there are people who will pay for access to a storage drive, like whether it's on Google or Dropbox, and someone literally has like a zip drive full of files, and sometimes you have to go in and categorize them and stuff like that. So there's no one place. Your designs are where, you'll find designs where that match, in places that match your design style and your aesthetics.
Taking that local one, right?
I took Shay picked up.
From here?
Yeah. He's home. What he's doing with his TT? Where's Imani?
Oh, that's sleeping. I'm about to leave in a minute.
Here, what, the house with TT?
No, she got a truck or a Raven house.
Oh, okay.
The other one put ready to pick up?
Which one?
The one that was email?
I thought I did put that one as ready to pick up. I was wondering why they never came. Hold on, let me see. No, I'm saying I could have sworn I did that a local pickup. Oh well, shoot! Now it's what, 4 o'clock. So I changed the message. I'll send it as ready for pickup. I didn't know. You can leave it. I'll drop it when I go then. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, then why didn't you put ready for pickup if you put it there? Oh, okay. I adjusted the message to say if it is before 4 o'clock, they can come here. After 4 o'clock, they go to UPS. So I've adjusted the email. All right. What was I doing? Oh, okay. So I did the at everyone. I don't know if it did at everyone. And then let me go over here. What am I looking for? Student union. Where's my student union? I've been so busy lately. I thought I'd drop in and show a beater shirt I designed. I get so tickled when I see what I can do. It's nice too. Good job, Miss Wood. I see 3D effects. All sorts of little things in there. Oh, is that supposed to be? I get to the gun, like it's almost like it's a gumball machine because I see the top. Nice, nice, nice. That is nice, Miss Wood. And it was 21 hours ago. See, Facebook be tripping with notifications, and I don't get them all the time. So that was 21 hours ago, and I'm just now seeing that. All right, so I did add everyone there. And I know, right? Miss Wood be doing the darn thing. Okay, so did that. And all right, let's see. Oh, look. Speak of the angel. How you doing, my love? Let's see. Do I like an oven versus a tumbler press? Well, I personally do not have a tumbler press. I can see the allure of it. Do I feel a need to purchase one? No, I don't have an issue with using the oven. I don't have an issue with the time that it takes to tape off for a tumbler. I don't have an issue with the cost. Like some people say, well, it costs too much. Like you're wasting tape. I don't have an issue with it. When I first learned about doing sublimation, it wasn't even for tumblers. It was for mugs. Very first time I was ever exposed to sublimation was really on a larger scale. And it was a video that I watched, and they were literally firing up and sublimating a bunch of mugs inside this really big, like industrial looking oven, which is an oven that I've seen because I worked in food service. I worked at American Airlines Arena, and it reminded me of the ovens that are there at the arena. And I saw them using that, and they just had like literally a ton of mugs in there. And that intrigued me because I'm like, if I'm in business, if I don't want to do like onesies and twosies, mug presses and even like smaller ovens is, hey, when you're a small business. But most big businesses, they're not sitting here using a mug press. Or like some might use a mug press because they'll have like the one that's like 7, 8, 9, 10, like a whole bunch of them. And you're just going to set them all up, put them in there, clamp them all, boom, 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 and go. But when you're doing high production, it's not most times a press. Like they're going to do it in something like an oven. And that's how I was introduced to it. So I have never had an issue. I'm not in this hurry up, I want it done, thinking that, okay, well, I can get more done with the mug press. So I rather do it that way. It's going to be faster. If I take my time in wrapping my tumblers, I get great results. I'm able to do more than one. I don't have to babysit. That's one of the things that's really, really like the deciding factor for me between an oven and a tumbler press is the babysitting part of it. I feel like you have to babysit. Now, if I was someone who did like, let's say like vendor shows or something like that, like I went and did like fairs and I'm doing stuff on site, I would probably consider getting a press versus having an oven, because just like the electricity part for it, like being able to use like a small battery pack, probably for not the small battery pack, but like, like the ones that you can use to jump your car, that versus having to have like a small generator or having direct power for an oven, or just, the aesthetics of it and just kind of having that and how that would look. So if I did those type of shows, I probably would, consider a tumbler press. But I don't like that you have to close it. You got to turn it, close it again. And then for a lot of them, for some people, they don't have issues with it. Some people they do. So they have to then move it, clamp the ends, rotate it, clamp the back side of it. That seems too much, in my opinion, for me. And I'm like, that's just babysitting it. When I'm putting it in the oven, I literally put it in there. I don't rotate it when it's in the oven. Put them suckers in there, let them do their thing, and I'm done. So I personally lean more towards, using an oven, and I don't see myself purchasing a tumbler press because I don't see the need for it. My oven does what it needs to do, and I have done high production and high volume with my oven. I don't feel like I'm slowing down by using an oven versus a tumbler press. She says, and it stinks. The tumbler presses, yeah. Our Hottronics, we have 2 of them, and the other one hasn't been used as much. So when even was using it the other day, I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't wait for this crap to hurry up and burn off because that smell is so freaking strong. Thank you for your order. Shakeya, happy holidays to you, your staff, and your family. Thank you. Thank you. Incredible afternoon. All right. Yeah. And so, well, for tumblers, I mean, you can get it with the tumbler press, but yes, with mugs, I'm able to do a full wrap mug in an oven. You could never do a full wrap mug in a mug press. So that definitely is a big factor. I was hoping that I don't know if I have any of my full wrapped mugs in here. Let me go see if it's one in the inventory room. Hold on. All right, so yeah, I don't have any of my full wrap mugs here. But yeah, I like my oven because you can do like literally underneath the handle. And oh wait, this isn't the best one. This was like I think one of the very first ones. Yeah, this is one of the very first ones I did. This before I perfected like my technique. But so still being able to go underneath the handle. You can't do this in a mug press. Man, I don't know. Like literally no one is here. Nothing is being like pulled, like no resources, but for some reason the internet is very, very spotty. Very, very spotty. All right. What oven do I use? So at the house, we have what is it? At the Oster, whatever it is. It is the XL one with the pull down, not the um not the French door. So we have the one with the regular door. It's the same one that we use to make. I just made macaroni and cheese in the other night. Here I just use the oven that's here. Hold on once again. Sorry, I had to give my godmom the key to my brother, my godbrother's car. What was I saying? So here is just the regular oven. And it's not a convection one, it's just a regular old oven. And I have put tumblers in there and sublimated those. Now, if you leave it in there too long, it will burn. I'll show you the one that I just did, and it burned. And it burned because when I have my Oster one, sorry, I don't preheat. So my small oven, even though it's an extra XL, I still call it a small one. I don't preheat. I turn it on, I set the timer, and I put the tumblers in there cold. Because as it's heating up, it's still starting the sublimation process. Now, the other one, because it's so big, I did let it like preheat. And then once you turn it off, like even once the timer goes off, it's such a big oven that the heat really stays in there. So if you leave it in there too long, it's gonna overcook. So this is one where it was laying down instead of standing up. So I had it standing up, it wouldn't have been any issue. But because it was laying down, it burnt like right in here. So you can kind of see where it's like brighter, and that section right there is a little bit darker, and then it goes brighter. So since I burnt that one. So it's just a cup that I just kind of leave here. But these were all done in that same exact oven. Now, it wasn't a convection oven, just a regular old oven. These two were done at the exact same time. This one was, no, this was done by itself. These two were done at the exact same time. And this one was done by itself. But I like in that oven, I could literally do about 20 tumblers at one time. The full wrap template is on my website for the 11 ounce and 12 ounce mugs. It's on my website. I'm still having an issue with my image size printing smaller than my actual size. My image is a PNG from Canva. I use a MacBook. What program, though, are you printing from? So if you're designing in Canva, what program are you printing from? And when you design in Canva, do you have like your canvas size? What size is that? Because if you end up having a lot of negative space and you're not cropping it down or tracing attached to that size, it can end up being the wrong size because you have all of this extra negative space around it. So what program are you printing from since you're designing in Canva? Or are you printing directly from Canva? Yeah, it wasn't too bad. And so even was like, man, it's a kid. Like it was for Zion Imani, someone in Zion Imani's class. And so he's like, dude, just give the thing to the kid. Like he's not going to know. Like no one's going to know other than you. But it was also advertising. Like I had like my card and stuff in there. I don't want them to go and his parents to show somebody else and somebody like, oh, what is it? They burnt that. Like don't order from that company. So I remade it even though it was for a gift. And this just becomes a teaching module. Like this is now for teaching purposes. So when you did it in Silhouette, did you trace and detach and resize it? Or did you just open it, resized it, and then printed it? This one was done. This one was done in this wasn't done in the oven here. This was done in the oven at the house. Look at that, man. These colors are absolutely amazing. Open and resize. That is the issue because if it has a bunch of negative space around it, and to watch my video, I get it. Video is long. It's a lot of information in there, but it's in there. And I broke all that down. It's a recent video that I did, like things that you should know, like when you're first starting. It's called Back to the Basics. And I talk about that when you bring in an image, if your canvas size was bigger and you just have your design in the middle, most likely you have a lot of negative space around it. And it is best that you trace and detach. If you don't have the automatic PNG trace on, trace and detach so that it is to that exact size. Do you do the prints for this with an Epson? Yes. So all of these have been done with Epson. I just set up my sawgrass. I have not done like a tumbler from my sawgrass yet. What I do want to do is another one of the Paw Patrols. I'm going to make one for my godson. I'll probably put his name on it too. But I want to compare the colors between the one that I made for Zion Imani and then which was printed from the Epson one, and then doing it from Sawgrass. So I have not done like a tumbler for my Sawgrass. I just like literally did my first test prints ever from the Sawgrass. Yesterday, I did some mouse pads just to kind of compare the colors. And so I'm telling y'all right now, 2023, I actually am going to end up having like a lot of different recommendations for prints. I will say that I'm a creature of habit. So using Adobe RGB 1.8, which I'm not actually, know what? No, scratch that. It's hard to really convey it in videos every time you have to change, because somebody might see one video and then the next video I might use the automatic setting. Wait, I thought the last video you said to use RGB, like Adobe RGB Gamma 1.8, and now you're using something else. It really does depend on the image. I didn't really like look at it that far until I'm looking at Sawgrass and the fact that like it has like, if it's for polyester, if it's for a mug, if it's for MDF, it's for this, it's for that. If it's this paper, it's for that paper. Like that's letting you know that printers print differently and colors take differently for every single substrate. And it might be the paper that you are using. And I'm like, for the most part, Adobe RGB, like when I did like my testing and stuff, that really worked well for me. Last night though, for some reason, the image of my grandma that I did on the mouse pad for my mom came out very, very like reddish. And I really don't get a lot of like super, super red tones. And so I ended up having to use automatic, I think it was, for it to not have so many red tones. And then when I printed the mouse pad for my mom's coworker, the Sawgrass one looked, actually, do I have that one? It looked so weird. Like it was weird the way it printed out. And I actually did not like the color from the Sawgrass one. Now, there are a lot, here it is right here. There are a lot of different settings on the Sawgrass printer and a lot of different paper types. And it could have very well been that it was the paper type that I chose. But one of the things that I did not care for, like, and it doesn't show up like this on the Epson one, was I've seen this in groups a lot, and people will think, okay, hey, am I missing a color? And I have never, ever, ever experienced this with my Epson printer. This was the first time I'd ever experienced it. Now it pressed great. Well, okay. But like, do you guys see how like you would think like color was missing? See how the top of the baby's hair is, and the baby just like the image looks so weird from the Sawgrass. I was like, what the hell? So I'm not sure if you guys can see that. So most people would trash this, or they'll make a post saying, hey, what's wrong with my colors? And this came from the Sawgrass. And when I printed from the Epson printer, it was different, but the colors were, it wasn't so much of like a reddish tone from the Sawgrass, but it was really, really dark. Like that print came out way too dark. I end up doing another one because I just didn't like that one and gave it back to, gave it to mom. So now they just have two. And I adjusted the settings. So it really, I can't wait for these 2 weeks off, and I'm going to play around with my Sawgrass. I'm going to test all the settings. It really is different settings. If it is something that is a photograph versus something that is just text or cartoonish, which is why Sawgrass does have that setting of photographic, or it says something else. Really, really, really makes a big difference. I'm going to probably regret this because videos are forever. And if I ever go back and rewatch this, I'm going to constantly keep seeing my grandmother's face. But even with like this one right here, right? So as you can see down here, her face looks kind of orangish. And this was the Adobe RGB setting. This was, I can't remember which one this was, but this came out truer to color of how her face looks in the picture. The Sawgrass one came off greenish to me. Her name wasn't yellow, it was green. So it really is like, and it's like, how do you know which setting to use for which image? And that was the true Sawgrass one still didn't give him the right way. It didn't come out the right way. But like with this one, so I think in my testing and when I do some more, it's going to be like recommendations for if it is something that has someone's photograph in it and you don't want to have all those red tones, you're going to use this setting. If it is a design where you have filled the colors in, you're going to use this setting. If it is a design that was pre-made, you would use these settings, because I think that each one of the settings does something different. Like if it was like a regular JPEG or whatever, but this was the Adobe RGB. And for some reason, her skin tone came out very, very orangish versus here. And this looked way better. The Sawgrass could never. The blues looked so muted on the Sawgrass one. It didn't look rich and vibrant on there. So yeah, but this one, although it doesn't look bad, and it's also been pressed, like this has actually been pressed a couple of times. It doesn't look bad, but the color of the wood came out more reddish tones, and there are red tones in the face versus it being like brownish. So yeah, definitely going to be doing a lot of testing, you know, like actually opening up the Sawgrass printer and seeing all of those settings. I'm now intrigued and I want to go into straight up professor mode and do a bunch of testing. I wish I have those colors to use. They are so bright. Which ones? Wait, I'm not sure when it came in as far as what I was showing. Can you do glass colored tumblers the same way? Wait, can you do glass colored? What do you mean glass colored tumblers? You mean the ones that have like the little ombre effect at the bottom, but they are just the clear or the frosted? The same way you do. Yeah, I mean, so I have when I got the glass ones, I didn't use the ones that were colored, but I had just the regular glass ones and I put them in my oven. I don't know which one I will buy out of. Okay, did I miss a question from you? Oh, so for Epson printers, I just did a really, really, really long video about Epson printers. It really comes down to preferences. You're going to have to decide between a couple of different things. One, the main thing is what size do you want to be able to print? Do you want, you know, are you going to do team small and be okay with dealing with some? You can make a lot of money. You don't have to do sublimation t-shirts. You don't have to do tumblers. There are so many other things that you can use sublimation for. You can create a business where all you make are slates. And if you do the smaller size slates, you don't need to have this super large printer or even heat press. You can be someone to where, like there's a guy that's in South Korea, all he does is mugs, sublimation mugs, nothing more, nothing less. He does sub mugs. So you just have to decide what do you want to do with it. You know, being disciplined, not feeling like, oh, because I'm a creative person, I'm a crafty person, you know, I want to do everything, thinking that, okay, this narrative that the more things that you add, that you'll be able to make more money because you have additional streams of income because, oh, you're not just doing mugs, you're doing tumblers, or you're not just doing drinkware, you're doing shirts. But if it's too much to handle, it's like, because doing designs for them are different, keeping inventory. If you're running a business, it'll be easier for you to buy one item, as in like mugs or tumblers in bulk, and make your money stretch as far as, you know, whatever you have allotted for inventory versus trying to figure out, well, shoot, I only have $500. I got to figure out how to get a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little sprinkle of this, a little spritz of this. And then what if the thing that I got a lot of bit of, what if that doesn't really sell? And the stuff that I'm thinking, okay, it's not going to move, and I only got a sprinkle of it, I only got a few of those. But I've invested so much money in the lot of bit of stuff and I'm not making money on it. So now how do I get more inventory? But if you start off and you really learn to stick to one thing, you can use your money smartly and wisely. So I'm not that person that teaches you do all the things and, you know, you want multiple. It's good to have multiple streams of income. They don't all have to be where you're physically working. Like you can make money for you by making money and then investing that money. And there's this whole other thing, like, you know, with that, but you don't have to go and have all these different things. Take it from me. It's frustrating. It's frustrating switching your mind. Like how I approach a poster is going to be different than a tumbler, than a mouse pad. I was working on some things because I'm teaching a class right now. And then when I had to design this service program, I literally had to like turn on a different part of my brain and turn off another, because if not, like the thoughts and the ideas, and they would have gotten just jumbled up and I would have been here for like forever and a day. So you have to have the ability to be able to, especially creatively, turn one off, turn the other one on. When it comes to processes and your assembly line of stuff and how you prepare, when you only have one or two things to do, like, I mean, I'm telling you, it's a lot easier, especially if you're by yourself. So the first thing is deciding what size you want to print. Do you really want to start off small? And you're not going to have FOMO because you don't have a large format printer to do a full shirt. Okay, tell people I don't do shirts. Like, no was a complete sentence. You don't have to do shirts. Oh my God, that's so amazing, whatever. I love it on the Tumblr. You think you can put on a shirt for me? No, I can't. As far as like you physically printing it and being able to do it right then and there. Now, doesn't mean that you cannot do it because you may have a small printer, but you outsource it and you're going to get a bigger print and you're going to press it. But it doesn't mean that you have to, like, for one or two jobs, you're going to try and get a bigger printer when the bulk of your work are small formats. That's kind of crazy to spend that extra money when you're not going to use it. So what size do you really want to be able to print? If you go into it knowing that I want to get into this for shirts and I want to be able to do adult shirts. If you're going into it, it's like, okay, I want to make really cool, really cute kid items. You are somebody, you already make kid outfits. You make tutus. You might make custom overalls. I want to make you a custom shirt to go with your tutus and your overalls. You don't need a large format printer to make a toddler shirt. No, I'm not making a shirt for the mama, the daddy, the grandma, the cousin, the uncle, the brother, the dot, 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 the dot. I'm making it for the birthday kid that is between the ages of newborn and 5T. I'm not, well, let's say maybe even like, I guess I could say youth extra small is like a 6, whatever. I'm not going above that size. And it's okay if that is the business that you are setting up. I'm not going past this size. Get somebody else to do it. And it's okay to let somebody else do it if that's not the business that you're in. And if you want to be able to do it, they want your design. Okay, you resize it, you send it out to somebody. Stop going and thinking that everybody's trying to steal your designs. They're going to steal your customers. Y'all better learn how to network with people who are in your area, because you never know when you're going to need them. You never know if you're going to have a whole power surge and none of your equipment is working. But because we didn't want to communicate with the girl down the street because, oh my gosh, she's trying to take my customers. Now you need it because you ain't got no power at your house because there's a whole power surge, or your ink acting crazy. What you gonna do now? You don't know anybody else. You're not communicating. You're not networking with people who do the same thing. So now you shit out of luck and you're gonna look like boo-boo the fool with your clients. They still gonna find somebody else because guess what? You can't do it. So if they need it, they gonna find somebody else anyway. But that's a whole nother story. I digress on that because that's something I'm very, very passionate about. Like this whole thing of not networking, like that just drives me crazy. But you can go and have them do it. Once you decide on your printer, now it's like how much you want to spend. I want a large format printer because I plan to do adult shirts. I want a large format printer that can print at least 13 inches wide. No, I'm not trying to do all over shirts. You're gonna get a good center print with me. Just because you do sublimation doesn't mean you have to do all over. It doesn't mean you have to do cut and sew. There's so many facets to sublimation. All right, I want to at least be able to do 13 inches wide for different projects. Okay, boom. I know that I want a wide format printer. And now how much do I want to spend? I really want to get into this, but I only have a good $300 for all, $400 for all my supplies. Well, you can't get an EcoTank printer. You have just, unless you finna find some money, you finna do something strange for a little bit of change, work a pole for a couple dollars. You ain't got $700, $800 just for the printer. We haven't talked about any ink, any paper, any blanks, nothing, nada, zilch. So we can't even look at a 15,000, an 8550, a 16,600, 16,650 because your money don't stretch that long, but you want a wide format. Well, that's where workforces are going to come in. Some people are going to say, oh, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with cartridges. I don't want to deal with changing out chips. That's just too much work. Oh, boy. But you want to start a business, but you're worried about the work of changing out chips on a printer, but you want a whole business. Then I don't think you quite understand what a whole business is, because with a whole business, it's going to be a whole lot more than just changing out some chips. All the back of house stuff and all the things that you have to do for a business. Oh, baby, the changing out the chips going to be the best and the easiest part of your day when it comes to really getting into business. What? So it's like, some people want to say, don't do that. And, it's so much of a headache. Okay. It's just you because you don't know, you haven't come across the right person to teach you about these things. But you can get a workforce printer for $249. $249 plus some tax. If you got your business stuff, you might be able to avoid those taxes. So if you got $400, you still got some money to get you some speaker sublimation paper, get you some ink. Let's see. Hold on. The paper ink tape bundle is going to cost you, let's see, small format. Say large format, you get 11 by 17. If you get the ultimate, is $165. Might be a little bit outside of your price budget or your price range. So let's say we do 11 by 7, the large format. You'll get 11 by 17 and 13 by 19 paper. You're going to get your 4 colors for your printer, and you're going to get some heat tape for $93.65. Okay. So let's just do some math on this. Okay, so we got $249 for the printer. We got $93.65 for the paper, ink, and tape bundle. Plus, we're going to, of course, if we're doing that, we have to have cartridges for it. So let's go over to our collection for the 7820, 7840. So this is for the 7310 printer. We're going to get just one. Oh, wait a minute. Why is it saying 0? Why does that say 0? Instead of, we have those. I got to go in and check that. So that is $75 for the cartridges and the syringes and needles and all of that. So without the extra set, so plus 75. Oops. Plus 75. So you get somebody to let you borrow $17.65. Well, plus shipping, got to put the shipping. So you might need a little, so you probably will need about 400 and let's say 25, 450. And you can get you a printer. You can get your paper, ink, and tape. I mean, you really don't have to get the ultimate one. You don't have to get the heat tape. You can just get 1 pack of paper. You can get your cartridges and your syringes. You'll probably, be under 400. But that can be a $400 budget right there to get started. Now, unfortunately, you don't have any blanks. So, if you only have 400, wide format might not be in your budget, because just for the printer, the ink, the paper, the tape alone, you're at $417.65. So if that's all you have, you still need blanks. Well, to be honest, I mean, a small format printer really isn't that much of a difference. It's what, $199? So you're going to have an extra, $50 to go and buy some blanks? That's a tumbler going to cost you, like $7, $8? A shirt going to cost you about $6, $5, $6. So you're only going to be able to get it now, if you go team small and you get some of these smaller items to start with, you're going to be able to get a lot more bang for your buck for that $50. See how this works? Have any of you who want to get into this, how many of y'all write down the prices of this stuff and really look at your budget and what you're going to need? That's what's going to start for you. That's where you're going to know which printer is going to be the best one for you, because how long your money? How long is your money? So, yeah, that's how we're going to decide which printer to get. What our budget looking like, for the whole shebang: ink, paper, shipping, and blanks. So $1K or less to get a nice printer with a few accessories. Noted. Exactly. I think 1K is a bit much. I think like a good 500-600 if you want a wide format printer will be good if you're willing to get the workforce and you're using a paper like ours where you only have to use, like, this wasn't printed with premium matte. This, do you see the colors on this? Wait, he look a little crazy, but hold on. Let me bring them back. This was printed with plain paper setting. This is not premium matte. This one was premium. This one was who this was. Actually, no, this is plain paper setting because this is the darker ones. This is plain paper setting, but for my 7820. Let's see, this plain paper setting. So you don't have to waste a lot of your prints and a lot of your, like, so it's not even a matter of wasting ink. It's about wasting your prints using premium matte because that's going to tell your printer like it's out of ink way too fast than it needs to. So, you know, you're getting the right paper, the right ink. That set of cartridges will last you. I got 155 prints out of my 7820 before I had to change out the chip. And I'm not talking 150, 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14. I'm talking a mixture of 11, mainly 11 by 17, 13 by 19. There were some 13 by 24 inch prints, 13 by 36 inch prints. Like, I'm talking like some good size prints. And I mean like full pages of prints, 155 before I had to change out the chip. Now, if you're listening to folk and people that tell you use premium matte, well, yeah, that chip gonna go like that, and you're gonna feel like you're wasting money. But when you learn to do things the right way and you follow people that's gonna help you save money, then it's not so bad. But there is no difference in printing between Epson EcoTank and Sawgrass. So there is a big difference. So I will say between Sawgrass and the Epson, oh baby, Jennifer Maker was right. The Sawgrass prints out way faster than an Epson printer. I don't know what type of EJ head that is and how it goes across, but baby, that thing spits out so fast. It prints really, really fast. I will definitely give it that it prints out fast. If that is a factor for you in needing it to print out like in lightning speed, then I mean, of course, hey, Sawgrass. The amount of time that it takes to print it out is not like that big of a deal. I think maybe like if I had the big Sawgrass, right? But then you have to have the bypass tray. When we were doing all of those towels, it took 1 hour to print 20 towels. Now, some may feel like, well, dang, that is a long time if I have to do 300. Well, yeah, it's going to take you a lot longer to print those out if you have to do 300. We had 3 printers going. So rather than have one printer that's super fast, we had, you know, a production. When you're in business and you're doing high volumes, you're going to need more than one machine. So we had 3 printers going. And although it takes an hour to print 20 prints, we were able to send certain ones. We made sure everything was like reset. We sent them, we let them print overnight. We came in the next day. So it's about your production and like your process and how you do your assembly line and how you set things up, how you prep. So for that to print out that way wasn't a big deal for me. Like, wasn't this whole game changer? Like, oh my God, it prints out so much faster. I need things in the speed of light. Like, it wasn't really like, yeah, that speed wasn't a key factor for me. But it definitely does print out a lot faster. With our sublimation paper and the one that we currently have now, because the Sawgrass is a gel-based printer and not water-based, when it first prints out, it's almost like toner powder type. So if you end up touching it immediately, it will smear. You got to literally give it about 5 to 10 seconds for it to dry. If not, it will smear. Whereas with an Epson printer, it dries instantly. Well, to the touch is dry. So let's see what else. Color-wise, because it is proprietary ink, it's made for that one. Your colors are going to be different. So there is a lot of differences between the Sawgrass and the Epson, depending on the results that you want. Good afternoon. Shauna Z. I don't know who that one is. Hello. Incredible afternoon. I want to niche down to just graduation and birthdays, events, and events in general. So graduation. So I would, if you want to niche down, right? Focusing on graduation, that's really only like a one-time thing. It's like either the summer or the winter. But if you are focusing on seniors, so everything from, hold on, shoot, 1 second. Hold on. Dang it, TikTok, hold on. Okay, hopefully I'm back. I had to tell my sister to go to the house because the gifts that she's looking for is in the truck. So like, they start to do a lot of stuff for seniors. So I start off senior year, I'm doing senior crowns. I don't know if it's big in your area, but I'm doing like senior crowns. You'll have like senior shirts. When it comes to the senior picture, I did a lot of stuff for, for people, whether it's like shirts, and there's like a lot of other content, a lot of other creators were doing like the custom skirts and things like that. If they want something for, I'm not even sure they're going to go back to doing like grad bash and grad night. I don't know, like if they kind of focus on things, like they can take cups and stuff, but you can just focus on things that are just about seniors, making cups. People just like cheesy gifts like that. So if you focus on the senior year as a whole, that's a great industry to be in, like a great niche to be in. But for graduation, it can be limiting if you're only focused on the graduation part of it and not all of the activities that happen during the senior year. My lips are dry again. Hold on. I need my lip gloss. I need my lip gloss because my lips are dry. Where is my lip gloss? Because my lips are dry. Where is my lip gloss? Because my lips are dry. Okay. I want a wider one, but I'm saving up. Okay. So I jumped in the middle of you explaining the bundle. You have a large format printer bundle. No, not a printer, just for, hold on. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's just for the paper, ink, and tape. Hold on. I gotta put, y'all ain't tell me, my lip damn near white, and y'all ain't say nothing to me. Over here, I can't see it. But on TikTok, my upper lip damn near white. Y'all are rude. Y'all ain't tell me nothing about my upper lip right here looking like I was eating on powdered donuts or I was related to Pookie from New Jack City. Oh, y'all are wrong for that. Oh, I thought y'all loved me. Y'all got me over here with the white lip. Like it is straight up. I turned my face over here. My lip was straight up white. And y'all told me nothing. Y'all ain't right. You're not right. It's not right. Okay. Let's add this to the stream. All right, let me try and angle y'all downward. Flip camera. Okay. So we have what's called a paper, ink, and tape one. We don't sell printers. If I sold a printer, I'm basically taking advantage of you because Epson is not giving me printers at a wholesale price. If I go and get a printer, I'm going to the store and I'm paying full price for the printer. But for me to go get this printer and have to pack it up and ship it to you and all that stuff, oh, baby, trust and believe. The whole purpose of business is you buy it and you sell it for more. So, I mean, I can go get printers, but you're going to pay me more than what you're going to go and pay Office Depot and all the rest of them. And you won't have the ability to get an extended warranty or a protection plan because, baby, I'm not fixing your printer. So it would behoove you to go into the stores. Epson not giving me no printers to sell to y'all. So what we have is our paper, ink, and tape bundle. And so I'm going to go here. And it is set up. So like if you do, we go read more, some things that some of us don't like to do. The small format bundle is 8.5 by 11 paper, 8.5 by 14, because that's the size paper that you'll be able to print to on a small format printer. Then you get a set of inks, and then you get the 1/2-inch tape and the 1-inch tape. The large format is 11 by 17 and 13 by 19 paper, a set of ink, 1/2-inch tape, and 1-inch tape. The ultimate, because the ultimate is if you have a large format printer as well, but you'll get all the size paper. So you're going to get the 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17, 13 by 19, and ink, and then heat tape. This one, the ultimate, in 2023, we most likely will have a version of that where you also, like, it's going to be a bundle that's going to have some of the wider heat tape as well. Because normally if you have that, you're doing bigger projects, you need wider heat tape. So some of these will actually change in 2023. But that's the bundle I was saying when I said a large format one. It's just the paper that comes with it, with the paper, ink, and tape bundle. So that's that. She says, don't do me. I just got here. All right. Do you prefer Epson steel versus the Sawgrass? I literally just printed out my first ones based off of just the test prints. I mean, when I did... Oh, wait, is this one not pressed? Oh, no, this was pressed. So I always thought I had really great colors. Like they were pretty, not like, I mean, of course they're always off, but never really ever feel like my colors were like totally and completely off. Like, so for me to go and press something like this, like, okay, dude, I'm getting yellows, I'm getting reds, I'm getting oranges, I'm getting pinks, I'm getting the greens. Like, okay, we all good in the hood. Like it's all good in the neighborhood. I'm printing out things like this. I'm getting my teals. I'm getting my magentas. I'm like, dude, I literally, this is from an Epson printer. It might be hard to see. Like I literally have, although on camera, it looks yellow, but it's not. It really is a neon green. Like your girl got a whole neon green with the Epson printer. Like what? I mean, look at the colors on this one, right? Look at how bright that pink is. Maybe you can never tell me anything about a Sawgrass who? So in love. I give it all away. Okay. Love me some Epson printers. Never thought like I had an issue, baby. HSINK is the bomb.com. Well, this Sawgrass said, girl, let me learn you some things. Because over here, I'm actually kind of sort of embarrassed. And I said, oh, hells no. I got to figure out what the hell went wrong because I've never experienced this before. Like this is like just being totally and completely like off, right? This was from the Sawgrass. It's yellow. Okay? It's yellow. This was from the Epson. It's yellow gold or orangish. Yellow, orangey yellow, yellow, orange. I was like, oh, wait a minute. But even with Sawgrass, like depending on which settings you choose, like what paper, with like even them, like all of their settings are different. So it wasn't to me for this particular image, maybe the Adobe RGB Gamma 1.8 would not have been the best for this particular image. Maybe because this was a file that I just brought in, like I got it from the internet. Maybe I should have used automatic, or some people use like ICM. But even with Sawgrass, the different settings gave me different results. all of those browns are different on the Sawgrass one. Every last one of those browns are different. Okay. But this was alarming to me that it came out so much of an orange tone. Oh, I was like, okay, wait, let me run a nozzle check. Something got to be wrong. Like, so I got to figure out why this came out so orange. I don't feel like, okay, so this one is a Sawgrass one, and it still has, it's not as orange of a tone as this, but it has a bit of an orange tone. It's not like straight up yellow. Whereas if you go down here, these crowns were more of like yellow. The other thing is your monitor. Everybody's monitor is different. If you have a really good monitor, colors might show a certain way. If you have a monitor that has like a bunch of LED lights and a lot of backlight to it, it's going to show a different way. You got a little cheap monitor? Well, look, you get what you pay for. We have even just purchased the Sidekick for his laptop, because when he's here, he's doing financial reports. He's like, I cannot deal with one monitor. So he got like the little Sidekick, so that when he's doing financial reports and we're doing tax and stuff, he can have like the website on one screen and then like the Shopify and the spreadsheets on the other. Well, the other day I was on there and I was moving some stuff around, and the colors, like the way they change when I move something from like to get it out of my way. I moved it from the main laptop because we have a Dell one, and that thing is super bright. And I've even showed a picture, the differences between my Dell laptop and my Dell monitors. So I moved it over and I was like, well, goddamn. It was night and day. So sometimes it's not just about your printer, just your printer and your printer settings. Your monitor can be very deceiving, which is why professional photographers, what they do is like they will alter or like they will edit their pictures on a specific computer that especially they're going to be the ones to print it, that is calibrated, and they have done the color profile from like and calibrating that monitor to that printer to make sure that they're getting the right color output. There's a lot of things that come into play for colors. And this was that once where I'm like, man, I'm about to go. I got my lab coat. I brought my lab coat like a couple months ago. I never put anything on it. Oh, baby, I'm about to be a whole scientist in this mug. And I'm going to have, when I'm doing it, I'm going to put on my lab coat. It's polyester. I'm going to sublimate my lab coat. Put my lab coat on, probably going to get me some goggles just for effects. And I'm going to be a testing fool, because this right here drove me nuts. I was like, oh, baby, we got to figure this out. What makes colors so different? So that's going to be my little research in the next couple of months. But I'm not going to say that I like the Sawgrass over the Epson. I still, I've never had an issue with Epson. It hasn't shown me anything that is like, ooh, wow, oh my gosh, this is so much better. Because I actually did not like the prints that I did yesterday of the mouse that I made for my mom and the mouse that I made for my mom's coworker. I did not like the ones from Sawgrass. I did not at all. I went back and watched your printer settings video yesterday. My prints are so much better. Thank you. I share with my daughter too, who is now hooked on the creating game. Yay! I'm telling y'all, them settings is fire. And like those settings are so dope. You don't have to use a lot of ink. You're still going to get great results. Which do you recommend between the 7310? They are the exact same printer. If you need a scanner, 7820. If you don't need a scanner, 7310. But they are literally the exact same printer, use the exact same cartridges, have the exact same print resolutions, prints the exact same way. The trays are the exact same. The only difference is one has one tray, the other one has two trays, and one has a scanner and the other one doesn't. I live by my Epson scanners because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 printers with the scanners. Like if I had to make a decision, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that. Let me tell you what will make me make a decision on the printer, right? Versus paying like was it like an extra $50 to $100. I actually cannot stand the little screen on my 7210. That thing is annoying. The 7720, 7720, have the big screen. My 7820, my 7840, they have the big screen. If I had to get a 7310, I would probably like roll my eyes. And that's what's important for me is I can't stand that little screen on there. Like when I'm looking for stuff and how you have to like tab through, it drives me nuts. So for someone like me, I would probably make a decision to get a 7820, even though it only has one tray versus getting a 7310, because that little screen would drive me nuts. I wear glasses. I can't stand looking at that little screen on the 7210. So it's really little things like that that's going to help you make a decision one way or the other. If the black looks dull, is that burnt? I'm testing out my tumbler press, but need a heat gun. If your black looks dull, most times it really is not about how you press it. I mean, that's the honest truth. It really has not like if you burn it, I mean, of course, it can start to turn a little bit of brown. Like, so if we look at the blue on this side, right? And then we look at the blue on this side. So it started to turn brown. But if it's just, okay, I'm trying to find somewhere that's black, that's in the burnt section. I think his collar may have been black. I don't remember if his nose was supposed to be brown. Let me see. I don't know. I can't tell what's supposed to be what. But this was starting to turn like brownish. That's how I know it was over sublimated. If it looked like, I don't think, to me, it's not dull. It's just the wrong color. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's so hard to explain. So like, that's the blue side. And then that's the side that started to burn, you know? If you look at the shadow behind it. So if it's looking dull, it's more so your printer and your print settings than it is how you pressed it and if you pressed it too long or not long enough. And also the ink. So ours, a lot of people say, okay, if you under sublimate, right, it's going to look green. Our ink doesn't have a green undertone or this brown undertone. Ours has more of a bluish purplish undertone. I don't think I've ever, even if I put it down for like a few seconds, I never got green. So I stay away from those because I can't feel them. I can't empathize with them. I can't really help them because with Honestly Speaking Sublimation paper and ink, I've never experienced green. Y'all have seen where I have pressed stuff and it's been in less time and that sucker still come out black. I can't speak for nobody else's paper. Even when it's under sublimated, you might have blotchy spots, but if you press that sucker for 20, 30 seconds, oh baby, it's giving every color it's supposed to give. So I cannot relate to all them other papers that's giving y'all green. I can't relate to them other inks that's giving y'all green. I just know over here in HS Ink land, we'll have them problems. I don't have them problems. I was going to try and partner with photographers for invitations. Okay. That's a good, partnerships are always great. Other photographers, real estate agents, businesses, we got to network and create partnerships. Great job. You've been live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. Ooh, thank you, TikTok. Can you change the colors of a PNG in Silhouette Studio? Yes and no. So it's not just Silhouette Studio. Can you change the color of a PNG in Photoshop? You can. But when you change the colors, you're going to change everything about that if you go in and you change your hue and saturation. How you isolate something is like how you change the color of one particular part is to isolate that one part. It's going to be the same thing for Silhouette Studio. So if you want to change the color of something, you have to isolate that part, creating the shape, cropping it down, and then you can use your image effects and your colorize to change it. Photoshop, if you end up doing like a color overlay, it's going to either put color over the entire thing or the area that you have selected. So it doesn't matter which program you use, how you change the color of a JPEG, a PNG, anything that's flattened, how you change the color of that is going to be the exact same methods, just in a different program. Now that Christmas is almost here, do you have any ideas to do for St. Patty's Day? I am not the holiday trend person. I am not in an area where there's this big emphasis on St. Patty's Day like that. For us, it's go get you a green shirt, go get you a green headband, go get you a green pen so you don't get punched at school. I said punch, but I was trying to say pinch. You don't get punched at school, work, or church. That's what I grew up on for St. Patty's Day. I don't care about no luck of the Irish. I'm not Irish, okay? My luck and my blessings come from the Lord, okay? So I'm probably going to put more emphasis on Easter and Christmas before I put on St. Patty's Day. But even on Easter, I like the little, like the little bunny effect. And on Christmas, I like the Santa and the reindeer and the elves and the snowflake. I mean, the snowman effect. But I put my faith in the Lord. And my luck cometh from the Lord. So I don't really put a lot of emphasis on St. Patty's Day, and I don't drink. Even when I was in Germany, Oktoberfest and all the rest of that stuff, I don't really drink. And so that's a drinking one. I mean, it's cool if we get days off because of, something like that. I'm down for it. Had like little St. Patty's Day parades just to be able to watch, people throwing gold coins. If it ain't, I like chocolate. So go ahead, throw them at your girl. I'm not showing no boobies for a little couple of gold chains. It ain't for me. In my core demographic, we don't care. Put you on some green so you don't get pinched. So you appear to be like, office morale, and you're not the one that don't ever participate. So you just gonna throw on a green shirt, some green socks, or something like that, just to be in the holiday spirit. But ain't nobody buying no dang on straight up. Let me get me a custom St. Patrick's Day shirt. That ain't for me. So I don't put no emphasis on it. Not a one. I continue to sell what I sell. I'm going to promote the fact that I sell custom items. Now, should you want something for St. Patrick's Day, I most definitely can put you some things together. But I'm not going to go and find specific images for it. I'm not going to create specifically for it. That's just not, what I do. Hold on one second. All right, sorry. I just realized I sent the message to somebody else and not to my sister. Okay, let's see. Which printer do you which wide printer do you recommend? 7820, 7840, 7310, which are workforces, are my go-tos. After that, for me, if it's within your budget, I personally would go with the 16600, 16650. If you're doing regular prints, the 8550, absolutely amazing because it is a photo printer and because it has those extra channels, or an expression printer that has like red inks and, you know, different ones like that. So it just depends on what you're looking for. If you're talking about just sublimation, I mean, I like workforce printers. I don't have an issue with them. Even with like the chip issues, to me, they're still better than EcoTank printers. So 7820, 7840, 7310 are the current wide format desktop printers from Epson. If you want an EcoTank, I personally, even though it costs more, I would lean towards a 16600 or a 16650. Then the 8550. For me, the 15,000 is the low end. It's the low man on the totem pole for me. Are gaming monitors better for designing? Gaming computers are going to be better. Monitors are just going to be about colors. And if you have issues with your eyes, it really don't matter what color, I mean, what kind of monitor you have. Also, if your eyes aren't quite seeing colors correctly. Some computers can make colors way too bright, like our Dell laptop. The colors that it shows on that, it's never going to print out that way. Like they show extremely, extremely bright. It has a lot of backlight to it. The best monitor is going to be like a monitor, whatever monitor you have, learning what it means to calibrate that monitor is going to be important if you really, really care about colors. But it's not the monitor, it's the computer. Having a gaming computer is going to be better for designing because you're going to have a better graphics card, better memory and RAM and all that kind of good jazz. What if your tumblers are coming out with a light film on it if you turn it a certain way? If I'm saying that right, or if it's too much or too little pressure. So normally if it has a film on it, that has really nothing to do with your pressure or your paper. Not sure if you guys have ever watched how Sublimation says no such thing as luck. Only now, I'm not gonna say that. I do believe in luck, but it's blessings as well. I mean, I'm sorry. I am one that believes in luck, but it ain't the luck of the Irish for me. Okay, so here's how tumblers and even mugs are made. These all start off as regular schmegular, as one of my friends would say, mugs and tumblers, right? The same tumblers that they use for water slides and all those other things, and like just regular, rhinestones, they all pretty much start off the same way. And then at some point, once it's formed and it's a cylinder and it has the bottom and all that kind of good jazz, it moves into a section where it is coated with a poly coating. That coating is then sent, or it goes the little conveyor thing, whatever, and it's sent somewhere to where it is heated to cure that coating. Well, maybe for some of them, they was rushing. They wanted to go home. So they probably sent it through too fast and it didn't quite cure right. Maybe the heating element was messed up and they didn't realize it. Most times when you're getting the film on the tumbler, it can be, because certain papers really are like how they deal with moisture and how they stick to things is going to be a little bit different. But most times it is because that coating was not cured properly. So what you can do is help it along, and you can put it in. So if you had a batch and they were like acting all crazy, take the rest of them, which I have done before, and you're going to put them inside of your oven, about 250, 275, no more than like 300 for about 10 minutes so that that coating can completely cure. How I end up learning about this is because I've also used the, what's that stuff called? Subliglaze. And when I was having issues with mine, I was actually going to spray it with the Subliglaze and re-cure it because I was having issues with tumblers as well, with a certain batch of tumblers. Well, someone said, well, let me just test it to see, because when I made a mug before with the Subliglaze, that did happen to me. It stuck to it because I was rushing. The first time I did it, I didn't let it cure properly. So I said, well, let me put it in here. And it was way better. The colors took way better. I didn't have it where it was like this weird film on it. So most times it is the the coating that is on there that makes it sublimation was not properly cured at the factory. Throw it back in your oven, and that can help. If you are there's really no such thing as like too much pressure, unless it is, the coating isn't cured, and once it heats up, it's basically turning back tacky, and the paper is going to stick to it. Whether you have a lot of pressure on there or not, once that coating goes back like tacky, your paper is going to stick to it anyway. You want pressure for sublimation to keep everything close to your substrate. So there's really no way to kind of avoid that. If you can close your tumbler press, that's not too much pressure. It's too much pressure if you can't, oh my God, then of course that's too much pressure, you need to adjust it. But if it's just like the regular one on there, then that should let you know it's not the pressure or even sometimes the paper, it's the tumbler or the substrate. Yeah. So, and because you've tried multiple papers and it's still there, that is also your indicator that it was never the papers, it is the actual substrate. Oh shoot, I was talking to y'all and I forgot to send out this email. Lord Jesus, hold on, y'all. I'm answering your questions, but I have this refresher for Essentials to Silhouette Studio tonight at 6. So I need to send out this email. So continue to ask your questions. I'm just going to sit up here and do a little admin work and send out an email while I wait for you guys to post your next question. Okay, TikTok is acting a little crazy. Numbers are dropping. I think TikTok is probably not distributing it because they told me I need to take a break. So I'm going to end this one and come right back on TikTok because I think they're messing with my distribution because they told me I've been on for 90 minutes. All right. So just talk to you guys later over on TikTok. All right. Peace. Incredible evening. HSINK, can I help you?
Hi, this is Laura.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to come right back TikTok. Okay. Let's go over here.
Praying and the prayers.
And then live. Okay. All right, let's go over here. Support your students, users, filters, enrolled in Essentials to Silhouette Studio 30 days. All right. Hello, TikTok. Welcome back. I am back. I had to reset the algorithm. All right. Let's send. Oh, Lord, that's a lot of people. All right. But we're going to send it out to each and every one of the people. Now, it's going to be limited. Now, if all of them attempt to show up, Lord Jesus. But because we only have 100 spots in the Zoom session. But, Lord, I never realized there's a lot of people for this essential. Oh, Lord, it's a lot of people. All right, so we're going to go ahead and send out this message. Live refresher and Q&A tonight. 12/21/22. Oh, crapola. I didn't go to a Dollar Tree. I have to also do 21 Days of Craftmas. What should I do? Because I didn't go, the one I was going to do, I can't do. I have to figure out something here. What should I do for 21 Days of Craftmas at 8 o'clock? Because I'm not going to make it to the Dollar Tree in time. Shoot, when I just wrote the date out, 12/21/2022, I said I was going to do today, and I forgot. I've been so busy. Incredible greetings. Tonight I am hosting a live via Zoom. If you have any, join us to review the Silhouette Studio program and the 30-day course live for the last time. The Zoom link is on your dashboard at the top of the course page. Hope to see you tonight. All right. Might want to spell greetings right, Shakeya. All time. We're going to send that out because we're going to have a live refresher for Essential Silhouette Studio starting at 6 p.m. So I only have an hour left on here, y'all. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do for 21 days of Craftmas because it's my night and I forgot to go to Dollar Tree. But yes, if you have enrolled in Essential Silhouette Studio, 30-day training, live refresher tonight. I know most of y'all probably are not going to check your emails, but it's okay. I blame my heart. Blame my mind, not my heart, because I've just been super, super busy. I did get a chance to send out that email beforehand and not really utilizing my email marketing like I should. 2023, I hate the word, but resolution is to be better with sending out proper email notifications. Like that is my goal for 2023 is to make sure that I'm actually utilizing what I pay good money for every single month, pay good money for Klaviyo, and I need to make sure that I am utilizing it more. Don't be like me. Don't spend money and don't use it. Yes, it's a tax deduction. It's not a full write-off. It's a good little deduction to help, as far as business expenses. But if it ain't making me no money, then it's a waste of money. So I definitely in 2023, I have to utilize my email marketing so much more because Klaviyo really, really does have a lot of great features. I mean, the flows that you can create with Klaviyo, where it really should be automated. Like I shouldn't even have to think about certain things. I know one of the flows that I definitely need to set up in Klaviyo is when people order the 812 cartridges, I need to send you the reminder that these may not work. You're taking on that risk, and also link to the videos of how to set it up and how to check it and all that stuff. I definitely need to set up that flow so that it goes out so we can kind of eliminate some of these questions about the chips. But yeah. So hello again. How art thou? Oh, wait, let's go ahead and double tap that screen over here. So if I can get you guys who are watching over on TikTok to go ahead and double tap the screen, that would be great. Now, I don't have to stay on. I have an hour until my class. I can go and chillax and relax until my class. If you guys have no questions, we've been on for almost 2 hours. This is more so for me because this is one of my last ones of the year. I will be off as of tomorrow evening. I will be done until 2023 when it comes to live chats. And, I will still be helping via messages and stuff like that and being on Facebook because that's just, regular stuff. But I will be offline, no classes, none of that stuff after tomorrow evening. So I'm trying to stay on, but if you guys have no questions for me, I will get off. Go take me a little breather, a little relaxer, go lay down until my session start, and probably try and run to the Dollar Tree. But if not, I'm trying to think, what can I do? What can I do for a 21 days of craft with sublimation or pigment ink? Because I don't think I'm going to make it to the Dollar Tree, y'all. I ain't even going to lie. What should I do? What craft should I do? I should have went last night. I kept saying, I'm going to go tomorrow. I'm going to go tomorrow. Tomorrow's here, and I didn't go. My mother's going to come in here loud as all get out. She is about to come in here all loud. All right. No one's posting questions. I am not going to hold y'all. Okay, wait. When sublimating on dark cotton t-shirts, what method should you use? Nothing, because there is no such thing as sublimating on dark cotton. There is no such thing as sublimating on anything dark. There is no such thing as sublimating onto cotton. Sublimation is not just an ink or just a printing process. It is a process. The sublimation itself is an art. It's a process. You can never sublimate to those. Now, can you put a design onto a dark or cotton shirt utilizing ink from a sublimation printer? Yes. But in order to do that, you will sublimate glitter HTV. You will sublimate Easy Subli. Those, and you have ones like Subli Flock, or there's a company that's called Subli. They have a thing called Sublimate. You have Subli Cotton, and you have to cut those and then put them. So you have to have a cutting machine, or you're gonna what's called fuzzy cut with your scissors. But you are sublimating those items. You are not sublimating a black shirt or a cotton shirt. It's glitter HTV, Easy Subli, Subli Cotton, or Subli Flock, not regular flock. People think that you can do regular flock HTV. No, it's a special one because it has an additional coating on it. So Subli Flock, glitter HTV, Easy Subli, Subli Cotton. And there's a couple different versions of that. Someone will say, well, they have a sublimation HTV. It is something that I want to say call it a knockoff, but once Caesar came out with theirs, now the powers that be over in China created their own version. Anyone can go white label it, go order them a pallet, couple cases, put their name on it and say, hey, I have a sublimation HTV, which it basically is a version of Caesar's Easy Subli. That's all it is. So it's about which one, some people don't like the glitter feel. Some people don't like that with Easy Subli, there is no actual, the carrier sheet doesn't work. So if you're doing things that are separated pieces, like if you wanted to do this saying on a black shirt, because all these pieces are loose, the transfer tape doesn't really pick it up. So some people don't like that, Same thing with the cotton one. If you have to have a really, really good blade to keep it from fraying. So all of them have pros and cons. I typically only use sublimation on darker shirts if I am using glitter HTV. If I'm not, if I don't need glitter, I'm going to use other methods. I'm going to use Eco Solvent, like my rolling printer, or I'm going to use Jet Pro 3G. I'm not going to waste my sublimation ink for that if it's on Easy Subli. The cost of Easy Subli to me is not worth it over using Jet Pro 3G. Whatever. Actually, I'm surprised she didn't come in here extra loud like she normally does. What would we do if our sublimation colors are coming out wrong? Okay, when you say wrong, is it printing wrong or is it pressing wrong? A lot of people will avoid pressing the item to something like a test fabric or just pressing it at all because it seems like it's wrong coming out of the printer, which it really isn't. Sublimation ink is heat activated. So normally it is different in color. Although I did notice that with the Sawgrass, it wasn't like too off in color. But if it's coming off wrong when you press it, so when you're printing it, get test fabric. You should always have a sample like fabric or something that you can press to, like scrap fabric and a shirt that you messed up, and test the colors, because like teals and oranges and things like that, they'll come out looking way wrong and then they'll press the correct way. Let me see. What can I print out real quick? Oh, wait, you know what? Hold on. Where is it? I mean, yeah, this isn't. Okay, hold on. File open. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining my live. If you have any questions, this is my last Q&A, last Wednesday Q&A for 2022. I take a break. You guys won't see me again until January 9th, 2023. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Love and happiness. I'm looking for, where in the hell did it go? Oh, here it is right here. I am absolutely incredible. How are you? Hello. Wait. Oh, through it all I made it. Hey, hallelujah. Through it all I made it too. How you doing? I finally caught you live on TikTok. I am glad you finally caught me live. I'm going to open up this file so I can print it out. My brother sent me individual pictures of him and his kids sitting and standing. How can I combine them to make one background picture to sublimate to a puzzle? I just started essentials. Woo. Well, I mean, it really depends on how different the images are as far as like how you arrange it. So the first thing, of course, is going to be to remove the backgrounds of them. It may not still like completely be cohesive because, you know, you will lose like some of the natural shadows and things like that. The best that you can do is, I mean, if you really want them to look like they're all together, is of course remove the background. You can do things like remove.bg if you're going to pay for it, you want it to be high resolution, or you can try and manually take the background out. And then just a matter of like arranging them in different ways, resizing certain things. Know that anything that's to the back should, when you're looking at it, will appear to be smaller than something that's in the front that's supposed to be bigger. So to make it look realistic, it's all about how you size things so that it looks like how it would naturally look if you were taking a picture. Changing angles sometimes. So there's a lot of different things that you can do to make it blend together. Or that's if you're trying to make them look like they're just one, like you're trying to create a family picture that wasn't, or if you just want a collage and they want something that has a lot of pictures on it, you basically end up creating a collage, kind of like how I did with this. Just took a bunch of different pictures and created a collage where it's all on one item. Okay, so let's see. Let's copy this. Let's paste this over here. And Okay, I'm going to change this because I think the paper that's over there right now is 13 by 19. So we're going to go to none 13 by 19 paper. I'm trying to look around my camera. So I know I look like a crazy woman moving my head back and forth, but I'm trying to see around my camera. Goodbye, Scam Likely. Okay, let's see. Who else what else can I print out? Okay, I'm just gonna print out these two for now. Print 7720. Preferences, that one, and print. Oh wait, the tray's not in there. All right, so that's printing out. I'm going to show you the difference in the colors. Okay, I hope you have a happy holiday break. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you, same to you. What haven't I printed from the Dollar Tree yet? Well, I don't have time to really go. They were doubt they're going to have anything. I'm trying to figure out what can I do in-house. I was going to do a different Dollar Tree craft, but I didn't make it there, and I got essentials, and my goal is to like really go right into it after I finish essentials, so I can get it done and go home. So I'm not gonna be able to make it to the Dollar Tree. So I'm trying to figure out what can I do in-house, whether it's just design wise or what. I wanted to really do a craft, but I didn't properly plan. Thank you. I didn't think of a collage. That would be my best bet until I learn silhouette. Yeah, we just did a whole class learning about collage. I taught them how to do all kind of great collages in Silhouette Studio the other day. That was yesterday's class. Hey. Oh, I want to redo this tumbler for. Oh, I got to go to I have to go to Walmart. Actually, was supposed to bring it today. Oops, my bad. Take hot cocoa and stuff like that. They wanted to do something for the teachers. So, well, maybe this was a bad representation because I can actually see maybe it's just the bootleg ink y'all using. I don't know. I'm really starting to think it's the bootleg ink y'all using. Like for real. Cause I'm not having no problems. Actually, I don't even know how this is gonna print out. So let's here. Are you plugged in? Yeah, we're gonna turn you on just to test like a little sliver of this. Okay, let's see. File, open. I'm starting to think it's the ink y'all using. Cause I'll be experiencing these issues that y'all be having. I be trying to recreate them for y'all, but then I go and print some out and I don't have them problems. I don't know what to tell y'all. Cause I'm telling you, I be trying to help y'all out and recreate some of these issues y'all be having. But I don't have them issues. So it'd be kind of hard. It'd be kind of hard trying to recreate these issues for y'all that y'all are experiencing. Because some of these issues, I literally never have. Okay, let's group you. Oh, you heated up fast over there. Okay, no, delete. We're gonna copy. And then let's see, file merge. Let's merge this one. We go shrink this down. It also is your printers too. You know, for some of y'all who over there using what them things called? Y'all using EcoTank printers. The color's gonna always be wrong over there, child. Okay. Okay, so there's that one, and then I'm gonna do one more. File, print. No, not print. Cancel. File merge. I wanted one that had I just saw something that had greens in it. Oh, this one right here. Let's see. I think I'm going to sign up for your silhouette training so I can start learning. Sign up today. You can join the live video and get a good start. Again, we have a live Zoom tonight. If you've signed up, if you have been enrolled, doesn't matter when you enrolled. You could enroll this morning. You could enroll in March. It's on the dashboard. It's a link to join me live tonight at 6 o'clock. And so you can jumpstart it with a full-on live session and, you know, get your questions answered in real time, see some real-time examples of different things. All right. Okay. I have a 7840 printer and I want to convert it, but I'm scared I might do it wrong. Watch my video. If you follow me, you can't go wrong. Set it up. I'll tell you how you cannot go wrong. Don't listen to everybody that's going to tell you, don't start with the Epson ink. It's going to make it so wrong. You're going to mess up. It's going to take all these printhead cleanings. Don't listen to them. They know what they're talking about. Okay. Set it up. Follow the instructions. Put the Epson ink in there. Follow all the instructions. Set it up. Set up your Wi-Fi. If you don't mess that part up, you halfway there. So set it all up with the Epson stuff. Once you verify that it works, your Wi-Fi works, you send a test print via Wi-Fi, everything is working. Do a nozzle check, everything's printing out. You're going to go ink cartridge replacement, and you're going to put in your filled cartridges and set it up. Now, it may happen where a chip doesn't read. Know that you have not done anything wrong. Unfortunately, that is the downside of the newer printers, is sometimes the chips don't read in certain printers, but it will read in another one. You have done nothing wrong in that. That's just the way that those chips and this whole setup it works now. Like, you've done nothing wrong. When you fill it, just make sure like your chips can read, and like if your color's messed up, it's probably going to be because you left the back vent plug filled, like unplugged. So, this is the wrong one. Anywho, but it's kind of the same concept. With the 7840, it's long. You have the chip side. There's going to be a hole. There's going to be another fake hole. There's nothing there. And then there's going to be a back vent plug. That back vent plug should not have anything in it once it's in your printer. So your plug, you might have clear, and I don't have any of my 7840s over here. It might be clear in the front, colored in the back. But what you're going to do is when you go to fill it in, wherever the clear plug is, take them out, get rid of it, put your colored one in that front hole, put it in your printer. You're done. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all there is to it. Okay. So good. Okay, this one kind of came out because it was more of like a tealish color. This right here is this. Oh, wait. Oh, Lord. Y'all colors way off over here. I don't know what to tell y'all over here. But over here, you can see it's still a little weird. But, yeah, those colors are way off. But this is, damn. Let me see. I don't know what's wrong with this. Why it's looking so weird. Like it's like the light is shining and it looks weird. But this is teal. Over here it looks even crazier. But it looks different. This here is this right here comes out to look like this. Oh, look, you can finally see the green. See, I don't know. Some people don't. Okay, look at how light that green looks on here, but look at how bright it looks on there. So not y'all aren't going to get the green. I know it's not coming out right over there, but the green here, when I press it, it's going to be a brighter green, but it comes out looking almost bluish. I mean, mine is, it's a deep green, but it's actually supposed to be a little bit brighter. Now, my green on Blessed looks green. A lot of y'all get a lot of blues whenever you print greens. I don't have the problems. I use a Workforce and I use HS ink, Sublimation ink. So I had no problems, but I'm trying my best to recreate it. Now, this is supposed to be more of like an aqua color, and it looks straight up blue. So I'm about to press this so that you can see it. I will order stuff from you tonight. You have it in stock? We do. We do have it in stock. All right, let's see. Let's see how this little color right here comes out. One, two, three. Oh, Lord, y'all see all my junk over there on TikTok. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And I was actually on the lowest setting on this little Cricut mini press thingy here. I actually wasn't even on the top one. Oh, yeah. The color kind of shows the fact that I was on the top one. But I'll go back. I was on the wrong setting. But this is how it's subbed. This was the original color. So don't be alarmed by the color on the paper, because this is what happens. Okay? So it came out a little light. because of course I wasn't all the way up, but this was the original color, and then that's how it's subbed. All right, let's go try this again, shall we? Now that it's heated up to the right setting. All right, I'm going to have to put a little bit of cover paper on this because it's some exposed ink. All right, 1, Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi 4, 5, Mississippi 6, Mississippi 7, Mississippi 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Put it. It wasn't on, so let it go for a few more seconds. Before and after. Before and after. So be not alarmed by what the color looks like on your paper. Ooh. Let's test this green theory, shall we? Y'all looking at I feel like y'all judging me. I'm only covering this up because I don't want this towel on my little press over here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That don't look green. And I only did it for 19 seconds. Definitely not green. So that whole green is undercooked, brown is burnt. It's relative to the equipment, to the supplies that you were using. This was in 19 seconds. Ain't nothing green about this. Nothing at all. Some may say, well, that was on fabric. What about a tumbler? Cut out a piece. Where is my tester tumbler that I put ish on when I want to test it? All right, I'm gonna put this on him. We're gonna use some heat tape because mama ain't raised no food. And what I'm not about to do is burn myself. Well, dang it. Where my tape at? All right. Let's take down to it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I'm really probably like 35 right now, so I started counting slow. Probably around like 40 now. I still didn't get no green in my black. That green and that yellow was yellow and green. And oh my gosh. And that was with a little pressy down on it. Like, look at that. So I don't know where folks get this green is undercooked, and I don't know where they get it from. I don't know. Because over here, we don't have no problems. We don't have those problems over here. I can't speak for any other company. But HS Ink, we don't want no problems. We ain't got no green. Still black. It's just lighter, but it damn sure ain't green. So, I don't know what else to say about that situation. I'm even go down to the lowest heat setting and do another press. See, maybe it's, you got good products. Maybe your oven is bootleg or your press is bootleg and it don't have the right temperature. So now we're going to go down to whatever the lowest temperature is on this little bootleg little thing over here. And we're going to test that theory. But again, I can't speak for nobody else. I just know we got a dope ass product over here. It's just something I'm saying. Our product is dope. It's the paper and the ink, period. Exactly. I just filled and reset my 7210. Perfection. So y'all can head on over to HSINK365.com. I mean, you tired of being frustrated with your colors and your results? Go get the best. All right. We are down to whatever the setting is at 1 for the easy press. So I'm going to press it and see. I'm trying to recreate green for y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I'm gonna get it for 25 cents. It barely transferred, but it damn sure ain't green. I mean, you can see right there because it's not, it's flat. But look at the black right there. It ain't green. In black. In black. Wait, which way? It's definitely not green. The green is green, but the black is black. And that was 19 seconds and whatever the lowest temperature is on that little thing over there. But green, she is not. Green, she is not. So if you're having problems, holler at them folk that you brought your ink and paper from. See if they can help you figure it out. Because I can't help you. My products don't do that. Hey, how you doing, Hans? Okay, I still don't know what I'm going to do for 21 days of craft. Oh my God. I don't know what I'm going to do. I really wanted to do a regular craft. I haven't crafted in so long, but I don't know what I'm going to do, y'all, for 25 days of Craftmas. I don't know. I should have known to not volunteer. I was going to be super busy this week. Shoot. All right. If you are signed up for Essentials to Silhouette Studio, I'm about to go and put a post in the groups as well. There is a Zoom link there. I will be on at 6 o'clock answering any questions that you guys have, reviewing lessons from the 30-day training. We cannot review all of them. It is 30 days of information in the 30-day training, but I will be live. So if you have questions, if you were struggling with something and you want to share your screen, be able to get like help in real time with something that you are working on from the class, definitely go ahead and join the Zoom. If you still want to sign up for the class, you definitely can. And you can attend the Zoom session. So you're kind of getting a live teaching. But the bulk of it was recorded back in March of 2022. This is the last one, because, hey, I'm off after tomorrow. But definitely come on. One of my last Zooms. Tomorrow's class will be I was going to do a Shopify, but the person who wanted it ended up booking a one-on-one session with me. So I can actually leave at a decent time tomorrow. What was I about to say? Tomorrow's class will be my last live class of 2022. So definitely join me. It's on your dashboard already. Just go on there, click the Zoom. Doesn't matter when you signed up for it. You are eligible to attend this live free refresher Q&A session tonight. If you sign up tonight, you get a jump start, you get a kickstart by having a live session that you can watch back as well, because you're going to get the playback for the live session also. All right. So until next time, have a great one. Visit shop.hsink365.com. Essentials to Silhouette Studio, Learn Silhouette Studio in 30 days is the course that I'm referring to. I go over every single tool in Silhouette Studio and I break down how it works, what do you use it for, what is its core foundation, its core functions. It is absolutely amazing to help you with starting to learn how to design and create amazing things for your business. All right. So I shall see you guys over there. Until next time, have a great one. Peace.